a lot of the time is on the Philly DPS duo.
Well, Boston is running a tank-heavy composition. It means they got 3 big bodies down there. It's Orisa, Junkrat, and D.Va. That's really just to go static, and then you want to get poke damage from your snipers, being the Hanzo and the Widowmaker. Striker does open it up with a kill on Boombox. One of the supports down means there's a lot of pressure now on Neptuno.
Yeah, he's got to step up. He's looking for the res, pulls it off, lives up to it. Neptuno, one of the most consistent when it comes to reses on Mercy, bringing his teammates back to life to continue the fight. That's what he's all about. EQO still working on the angle here with his Hanzo. Not quite finding the kills.
Neptuno is god of the fearless res. There is a tire out, and Carpe is able to actually kill that tire. And here comes the dragon. Mistakes goes down to EQO's ultimate.
Yeah, perfectly done. Might be able to get the res off here, though. Yep, sure enough, Kelix will be able to revise Mistakes, revive him. So we will have him back in the fight. Hotba with the DMAC on note, though, means that a lot of damage is going to fail to get mitigated. Mistakes trying to chase Carpe out. Not quite going to find that kill. Carpe still alive over here, just remaining as a thorn in the side of the defense.
A Graviton In's gonna lock people down in there. Where is the cleanup? It does come through. Philadelphia will wipe Boston off of the map. They will continue to push all the way through point A. Get some extra time on that clock. A much more standard composition than we're used to seeing.
No, we will have the res on Boombox. So, Striker's headshot, it looked good. It did force the res, so they have that to work with now. Boston still trying to maintain control of that high ground. Not quite getting poked off of it yet. Boombox finding the kill on Gamsu. It's only going to slow Boston down for a moment as Kelix is able to get a res off of his own, bringing the monkey back into the fight.
They've just been getting pushed back this entire time. Boston on roller skates on defense. A huge shatter on the ground. Neko will fall as Sato goes all the way deep in. Self-destruct trying to zone them off. That's all it will do, though.
Oh, a couple of big kills coming through, though. Carpe winning the duel versus Striker. Payload continuing to make progress here. Boombox nice to stay on top of it as EQO hunts down Kelix. So big kills coming in here for Philadelphia Fusion, who are not letting themselves get stymied at all here on the second point.
Well, Boston has done very little to really push Philadelphia back at all on this defense. It is 14 eliminations to 3 in favor of Philadelphia. It has been all the Fusion so far here on Dorado.
Yeah, about slow starts here for Boston, about adapting to their opponents as the series goes on. This is a team that was, hasn't got the most experience on the playoff stage either, so they're still trying to figure it out. But a slow start, that's fine. There's still plenty of room here for Boston to work with. Philadelphia Fusion, though, pushing forward towards that third point. That payload hasn't really stopped at all here since the first point.
Carpe is waiting for information for his team where the opposing Widowmaker is before he makes that jump up. Finally, Boston goes in, but Gamsu eliminated immediately. Still only 3 eliminations, finally 4 for the Boston Uprising. They've just been doing nothing but getting pushed back this map.
Yeah, Gamsu a little awkward there, really committing to that fight as healers were in a position to back him up. Mistakes trying to make the difference, but Hoppa will eventually shut him down. So Philadelphia Fusion, so long as they keep a presence on that payload, they can get a whole bunch of free push, but they're deciding to take the fight to Gamsu instead. And he's got Primal. He's not worried. He's leaping all over the place.
Decent for Gamsu there. Doesn't look like a lot, but he did get the Transcendence ultimate used out of Boombox. However, the rest of the Philadelphia Fusion have all the ultimates that matter. Resurrection and Valkyrie up, and Earthshatter comes down again from Sato.
Looks like it caught Striker. There's the combo that you're looking for. Hoppa! Lobbing his mech over, the self-destruct there to find 2, and this is just going to be a white. Boston Uprising. Note the last one hanging on, and he's dead.
There has just been torrents of white throughout these fights. They're taking it to him on the left side of the kill feed, and it's one of those great combinations of ultimates to use. Knock him down on the ground, can't run away from the self-destruct. A great zoning Dragon Strike there, and now desperation time as Striker switches to the Tracer just to try to stall this point.
Yeah, nice Dragon there countering it, trying to at least create some room here for Striker to work with on the payload. He's not going to be able to do it, and Hotba will ride that payload home to victory here for Philadelphia Fusion on the...
He dominated this map.
Yeah, 10 final blows. 13 elims, 10 final blows. Not really believing in sharing much with his teammates. He wants
got the hook and halts, and then you get that, so you halt him in, and then hook him. That's a kill, and then you've still got the pick potential of both of the snipers.
Yeah, along with the Dragon, the angry one, thrown in by EQO, who's still hanging out on that Hanzo. We will have Mistakes playing Hanzo as well, Striker on the Widow, and we will have Neko running the hog of his own here. So Boston Uprising taking a leaf out of the Philly playbook, it looks like. Just continuing to press forward to the first point of defense here for Philadelphia Fusion at the choke point. Get that Orisa barrier up and just look for the fight. Still waiting on their DPS here, on their damage dealers to find a kill.
Still just kind of rolling backwards now. It'll be interesting to see if Philly plays this a little different. They can get aggressive on defense. Their style is just straight up aggression and chaos whenever they can find it. Carpet's got an angle here I don't know if Striker knows where he is. Yeah, he does find him.
Yeah, in the end, they knew what was going on. Striker had a lot of information to work with. It just didn't seem like he was able to capitalize on it at all.
Oh,
timing's
beautiful.
not quite working. Nope, gonna get demexed immediately. And I mean, yeah, he'll get killed immediately by Carpe as well, but that means no D.Va, no D-Matrix here to mitigate damage for the Boston Uprising. They are going to get halted here, or at least slowed down for a little bit. Mistakes with a shot on Sato, but we'll get rezzed up immediately by Neptuno.
Well, that was an interesting Valkyrie from Neptuno. His life must have been in danger to use it in that situation because it seemed like that fight had already been over. He will use it to bring back Sato. Sato will fall again, but the rest of the kills come in for Philadelphia. Now, the question is, Sato is going to have a hard time reinforcing here. Orisa is a slow hero going to get back, but he's got his ultimate up. That damage boost is one of the most fight-winning ultimates you can have in the game.
What is this duel going on here? What? Striker! No, come on, you gotta commit to that fight. You gotta end his life. Now Carpe gets to live. He'll get topped up again by his healers, and Striker has to back all the way off. Bit of a missed opportunity, perhaps, trying to play it safe. Sometimes you need to go for the throat, though. And, well, Dragon gets thrown out there by EQO. He will get the follow-up on Striker. So Striker actually doesn't have to worry about anything anymore.
Supercharger is out, so much damage coming through. That is the bongo on the ground, giving everyone a damage boost there, and they will clean it up. It has been complete. His respawns are a little bit later.
Longest fight of Carpe's life right here.
I bet he wasn't worried for a second. He was fine.
Yeah, tough break there for Striker. That's a kill he really needs to just lock down. Might have opened things up there for Boston instead. Well, Boston continue to just get slammed in the face. They have not figured out how to work their way through past this Orisa barrier. EQO more than happy to melt theirs.
Whenever you see a shield, you're going to see Stormbow come out and just try to melt that shield up over the top. Doesn't get anyone, but puts Neptuno out of position, and Striker capitalizes, takes down the Mercy.
Yeah, dropping dangerously low here, Philadelphia Fusion. The whole Hog getting thrown into the bunch as well, and the Dragon. So Boston Uprising finally able to break this defense. 50 seconds on the clock. Might be a chance here. Yeah, Boombox just looking to delay things a little further. It's not going to happen. He gets the DMAC, though.
This point in particular, because a lot of it is about high ground and taking high ground control. So Mistakes just wants to harass the back line. It was his main. He used to play only Tracer. That's how he came into the league. Of course, when you had a Tracer like Striker, you didn't really need Mistakes to play it. So he's very comfortable on that hero. They get the kill on Kelix early on. That is enormous. That kind of is going to slow down this push.
Well, you outlined it for us earlier, Hex. I mean, so much healing and the ability to res your teammates as well. If you lose your Mercy, it's pretty much it. Done so, unless your DPS can come up with the big plays. Striker and Mistakes trying to turn it around here. And Boston Uprising right now, they're pouring it on. Point-blank shots coming through. EQO will get the DMAC, but EQO gets wiped out in the meantime.
It's going to be close. Neptuno's back in there, and of course Neptuno gets a kill. He's the most aggressive Mercy in all of the Overwatch League. Philadelphia has stabilized a little bit. We'll see if this Pulse Bomb can find purchase.
Oh, well, that's going to be frustrating here for Mistakes. He's already used that pack, and Sato's just going to go ahead and camp it as well. Mind games there with the recall. Does back out, but we lose Gamsu to Carpe in the meantime, so Mistakes, he's really just trying to farm that Pulse as quick as possible, and now he has it to work with, so looking for that big ult play from him now on the Tracer. Striker
had an uncontested angle for a second, but EQO spotted him. Now Sato is on his back in the back lines there. Mistakes does find the stick. Will take down Carpe.
Sadly for him, though, Neptuno's in position to get the res. So cancels that out. No res for this next fight, but Sato getting the kill on Striker. We lose Neko as well to EQO, and that's pretty much going to snuff it here for Boston. Philly Fusion now just going to collapse and wipe out the rest of this team unless they can back off, and no. Kelix, no way out for him.
We'll see if they can DMAC Note and then stagger him late. Sato is playing with fire right now, but he's living in the defense matrix. He will go down. They will take out Note. That's a late trade.
He's just got Primal online as well. So let's see, EQO, a bit of a passive angle, really gives him quite a few shots to work with here. And well, Boston just trying to sneak their way through. You've got Mistakes and Gamsu working together as a duo right now, and the rest of the team just waiting for the signal to go.
They've done such a great job of shutting down Striker without having to use Carpe. Carpe's been able to do whatever he wants. It's been the rest of Philadelphia really on Striker duty. Oh, beautiful shot on some Mistakes there. New ability comes in, coming in huge.
Yeah, EQO with the plays there. Snuffs Mistakes. Now they don't have to worry about the backline here. Philadelphia Fusion, they can focus on shutting down this push, trading out the kills. Neptuno with the res, Kelix as well, and EQO just styling on him at this point. He's got the Dragon straight onto the payload. Trance is there, but Note's still going to take quite a bit of damage from it, dropping dangerously low, gets DMAC'd. Has the self-destruct though.
The self-destruct will get him a new mech back on the point with full health. Meanwhile, Sato has taken Neko out of the fight in the backline with his Primal Rage. He's got himself another support in his sights. He's just disconnecting the healing from the rest of the team.
Yeah, Kelix can't get in a good position right now. And yep, eventually does get clipped by EQO. All of that off the back of the Valkyrie Winston, just hunting down these backline healers. Overtime Wick is burning right now. Note mistakes, the last two alive here for Boston, and Note gets D-Max, no self-destruct this time to save him. It's looking very good here for Philadelphia Fusion on the first map. Neko the last man to run his way back in, but that will be it.